What's your name?
This is RadioMusik.
And what's your style of music?
My style of music is electro dance pop music.
And have you been compared to any other styles before?
People have told me that I remind them of Grace Jones. I think that's just because of my cheekbones. That's not my fault. I've gotten David Bowie from some people, gotten will.i.am from others, Kanye West, and Daft Punk and those wonderful people.
What inspires you?
What inspires me? Oh my gosh, New York City inspires me, the big cities of the world, Barcelona, Los Angeles, Chicago. I love electro dance music, I always have. One of my favorite albums ever created is Daft Punk's Discovery. And to have seen the world of EDM grow into what it is now, and to be a pop artist myself, working to become a bigger pop artist, it's really cool to have those be my influences.
That's cool. How long you been doing this?
6 whole years.
And how did you get introduced to started music? Like how did you? What was your first time being in the studio?
My first time ever being in a studio ever, I was 15 years old. My cousin, who has a Grammy, invited me to record at his studio. He did post sound effects, and he let me come in and record a really shitty demo of some song I wrote. And I had a blast. I brought my best friend, a few of my best friends actually, and we recorded, and I felt like a super pop star, even though no one ever really heard my music. So that was my first time.
Nice. Well, how's your writing process? How do you prepare to when you write your songs?
It varies. Some of my songs come from very personal experiences, and others come from very fictional experiences. And I think the ultimate goal is to mesh the two so they seem like they're one and the same.
Cool. How was the first time when you ever hit the stage, when you first came into a stage? How was that feeling like?
I will say that the first time I ever did a gig, a radio music gig in New York City, it was kind of an overwhelming experience because I was at some like underground club on the Lower East Side of Manhattan, and it was a mix of friends in the audience and people who'd never even seen or heard me before. And I think I was doing all original material produced by myself like at that time, and the response I got from people was so weird because I didn't know that they were going to hate it or they were going to love it. Is when I had dancers and when I was trying to really like show that the world of indie pop is a real thing and people actually do take the time to choreograph and to design and create. But that's something I'll never forget because after I finished, I started booking more shows and I started getting people who were interested in what I was doing as an artist, and I kind of haven't stopped ever since then.
Do you have groupies?
I do have groupies. I have a few groupies. I don't know if I should say their names, but there's a few. There's one girl in particular who I didn't realize was a groupie until I realized that she was at like the 5th show that I'd done in 1 month. And I don't know if people can really explain what it feels like to have someone scream for you, but like when this person would scream for me in the audience, it was the most ear-piercing scream. And I remember thinking like, there's no one else in the audience. There's like 4 people in the audience, and this one person is screaming for me like no one else can hear her. And I love her so much. So thank you, whoever you are. You know who you are. You're my favorite. You're my favorite groupie, and I definitely have faith that you'll continue to be my groupie.
That's awesome. What else can I ask? You've done shows only in New York. Have you gone to other places or?
Primarily New York City. Yeah, New York City and Barcelona. I did a few shows. Los Angeles is actually where I'm from, so I look forward to going back and doing some shows there, but New York is my home.
Which places have you gotten the best responses?
As far as like New York goes, well, I mean, we have all the boroughs in New York City. We've got, you know,
Not only New York, but I mean like other states or other countries that you've been to.
anytime I leave the country, and I've been out a few times, people tend to, they don't really know what to do with me. When I went to Tokyo and kind of walked around and got into their fashion, people looked at me like I was definitely not of this world, and I get that a lot. I'm very tall, so the response there was kind of amazing as far as me doing my own shows and me kind of living and existing in my own world. But New York is still my home, and you know, no matter what happens in the next 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I definitely will always call New York home.
So you're excited to take the SFX stage on Wednesday 19th?
Absolutely. Wednesday 19th, December 19th, 2012, the last show of the year, really. You should definitely come out. I'm very excited. I know that Holly Dagger's just doing visuals, which is always a spectacular event. Demetra Songs, the Mystic Underground, Hustle Club. It's going to be a pretty sick show, and I'm opening. So I'm going to bring all the energy at the beginning at 9 o'clock. Definitely come out and just rock with us, you know, RadioMusik.
So in case of the end of the world happens, where are you going to be at?
On the 21st, listen, this is what I think about that. I think that if your world is ending, or if you think your world is ending, it might be. Mine's not.
Alright, thank you RadioMusik.
Hey,
You've been awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you, Christian Neon Chaos. SFX and Falling Down on the Random. See you guys Wednesday, December 19th. Bye.